A true artist is not one who is inspired, but one who inspires others. Welcome to the Art Express, where we express and inspire others through art. I am Tolokwe Lamidi, your host. First on the show, the Lagos Comicon 2024 is a dynamic celebration of creativity and pop culture, a game changer for Africa's creative industries. Now, under this year's theme, Creative Diversity for Economic Growth, the event highlights how creativity drives economic development, offering a unique intersection of arts, culture, and entrepreneurship. Let's go there.
My name is Ayodele Elegba. They call me the Dream Maker. I'm the founder and convener of Lagos Comicon, the first and biggest comic convention in Nigeria. This event, like you see, it's all about gaming, it's all about youth fun, it's about comics, it's about animation, it's about web game development, it's about storytelling, it's about the youth power and the creative economy. This year, our theme for this year was creative diversity for the creative economy. And we are glad with what we are seeing. We are seeing youths come out in mass to show their skills, show what they've got. People having booths and people making keeping the economy going, you know, and it's a very impressive one.
Lagos Comicon is an all-encompassing event spanning a broad spectrum of creative industries from animation and comics to gaming and education. As one of Africa's largest comic conventions, Lagos Comicon is more than just a gathering. It is a celebration of creativity, innovation, and economic growth. By bringing together creative minds from across the continent, the event aims to inspire, educate, and entertain. It serves as a platform that champions creativity as a powerful driver of development, fostering an ecosystem where artists, writers, animators, and entrepreneurs can thrive.
My name is Akibile Muiwa. This is Shape a Child. We are into values teaching. We teach values. We are into values. All of our books and the puzzle teach values. From 3 years old to 12 years old. That's all we are into. Book has impact in children's life in terms of we have coloring book that talks about Nigeria culture. We have little big orange that taught how to be creative. We have Amazing Dragon, and we have the Great Art of Knowledge that taught how to be creative, how to be dynamic, how to be like to do well in society.
We're a Christian animation studio and we do faith-based animations. We have various stories that are based on scriptures, and our vision is to further the gospel of the kingdom of Jesus Christ through animation. The story of King David, Recover, is going to be out very soon. You can follow us on our YouTube channels, on Instagram also, on Animation Apostles. And we have other comics, but everything is geared to us pushing the gospel of Jesus Christ through our animation.
My name is Gospel and I'm representing G Millennium Comics. And right here we have Team Storm Volume 1. We also have Team Storm Volume 2, but the Part 1. So the Part 2 is coming up, actually in progress. He's a sickler, but they gave him the power. His father had the power at first. It wasn't actually his. So his father then gave him for him to survive, like a fire, but then he lost his sister while his sister was trying to protect him. So that's just like a summary. His parents are both spies.
Hello Comics is a comic publishing brand, a Nigerian comic publishing brand, We are new to the scene, and we aim to tell compelling and captivating stories with our artworks. As you can see, they are very diverse arts with the color blending and different stories. There are different stories in different genres. We have different aims, and we hope to tell different stories that will touch different people. Because we understand that our world is so diverse, we aim to tell stories from different perspectives and capture different audiences and different ages. So we have something for everybody. That is what ALO is about. ALO is encompassing. ALO is accommodating.
My name is Tosin Maxi. I'm the creative director of Comic Republic, and we're a character-based game, animation, and comic book company. Right? What we do is basically we make comic books, we make games, we make animations, and also provide other media services as well. And here are some of our products, primarily, books that I've worked on as well. We have Amadioha, God of Thunder. Here we have Black Moon, African manga type storylines, and then we have Eru, basically Fear and Night. So we create a lot of diverse stories, not just based in Nigeria, but in other continents as well. We're basically cutting across different genres, different mediums, just to tell quality storytelling.
We do cartoons, we do comics based on African cultures and traditions. And we focus mainly to tell the African story, in a context where African storytelling, doesn't yet have the place that it deserves. We step into to actually bring these stories to the forefront, to national, international audiences, so that of course Africa should be viewed in a different light.
My name is Miriam. I'm cosplaying Maleficent. I just felt like cosplaying a villain because 99 words make a lot of time. I feel like the villain doesn't like Hi, my name is Bella. I'm cosplaying a character called Jinx from Arcane. Well, I chose the character because she's really pretty and she's a bit psycho in the head, so I really like her. Yeah.
My name is Mark, but I'm currently cosplaying Brooke, the undead swordsman from One Piece. He's in Luffy's Straw Hat crew, and I'm here at Comicon having a great time, and you should be too.
Welcome back. Also on gallery, Art Pantheon Gallery presents What is Man? Tosin Toromade's second solo exhibition. An interesting body of works, I must say, inspired by mental health, especially that of men. Now, quite timely, especially in this Suicide Prevention Month. Let's take a look.
What is man is a burning question that has been on my mind in the last maybe 1.5 years. I was trying to create a body of work that would not only speak to people who are art lovers, but something that will impact the general public. Even if you're not an art lover, I would want to create something that would speak to your consciousness and put you in check. So this is why I came up with this topic, and it speaks to the diverse subject of humanity and then the masculine gender. So I like to think that the masculine gender is a gender that is not supposedly vulnerable to the society. I feel like the society expects the man to be in a particular way. But on the flip side, the human nature has faced a whole lot, and we question even our existence. And with some of the works that I've put together and the installation piece, I want people to question certain things, but also act right, basically. Yeah, that's what this exhibition is really about. My colors, in fact, when I was creating this piece, the pieces actually, I wanted to create artworks that would take people back to school. For example, I used very interesting academic colors, more like the triad tones, analogous colors, complementary colors. I was very, very intentional about the planning of this show. You'd find out that even the images that I use are very, very similar. When you see this and you see the other ones, you can tell. You would think it's the same person. So I wanted to connect the pieces together. And then you find out they're not just colors, they are with very strong brush strokes. It's a testament to my longevity in creating artworks here. So, yeah.
We are here at the opening ceremony of an exhibition by my brother Tosin, Toromade. I'm short of words. It doesn't happen all the time, but when it happens, the way we think it should be, we know. What I'm seeing here, I'm not just knowing him, I've known Toromade for a long time, and he has never disappointed for once. What I'm seeing here tonight, I think I've been blown up. I like what I'm seeing. I congratulate you. The subject matter, the rendition, the storyline, the strength. I'm just proud of my brother this time around. I've always been proud about him, but today I am more proud. I wish him congratulations, and I thank everybody that have come to witness this great show today.
I think Tosin's work is pretty impactful. It's kind of dark. You know, like the theme about death, it's quite kind of dark. But generally, I think it's something that makes you think. That's what I like about it. It's kind of reflective. It puts me in a reflective mood, basically. I think generally my take home for today is that life is short. And I think Tosin has impressed that on me with the installation with the skulls.
Tosin's work, it's very thoughtful. It gives you something to think about. It's like a sober reflection. And then it reminds you to live life. You have to live life because we are going towards one journey. Rich, poor, influential. So it's more like live life because all of us are going to end somewhere. And what do you want to be remembered for? What are you leaving behind? Because at the end of the day, that's what's important. Whatever riches we make, going to be shared at the end of the day. But what you're being remembered for is what stays. That's what makes you, what's the word, a legend, so to say. So I think that's what the arts here did for me today. And my favorite is the one that had the clock on it. I think 10 before midnight. That is beautiful. So yeah, I'm happy to be here.
It's a one-of-a-kind of exhibition for me that gladdens my heart, that actually expresses something that has been on my mind for many years that I haven't been able to interpret or talk about, and that is about the mental health of men, or safely put, men's mental health, and how do we want to be remembered. After all said and done, after all the race and all that, I want to do this. I have these aspirations, I have these desires, everything is all achieved. How do we end? What do we want to be remembered for? And when we started with this journey over a year ago, and about a month and a half ago, I went to see the body of works. I was blown away. It's a show that I have longed for. It's a show that I am totally sold out to. And someone was telling me, you've gone above and beyond on this show. You've done some things that you wouldn't do. And I said, yes, because this resonates, this talks to me. I have friends who have dropped dead just due to pressure, to so many things that they cannot talk about. I have people, younger men, hate, who have been abused, who are constantly abused, and nobody talks about it. But we talk about the women, we talk about the girl child, we talk about abuse on the part of the women, but nobody talks about the men abuse. Nobody talks about their mental health. Nobody talks about the fact that there is so much pressure on them. So this exhibition actually bears it all for me, and I am 101% satisfied with this show.
What is man? I really like it because it's a different aspect. It's not just visually pleasing. It's the fact that it speaks to. It serves as an advocacy for men's mental health, especially because that's a subject that we don't really talk about. We expect men to be strong, not to cry and all of that. But these works show that in all of this, that men also have a frail inner being. So it's just very beautiful to see. I also like the fact that we get to see men in another light. One of my favorite works here is called Bro Code. Yes, so it just talks about the kind of friendships that men have to navigate in their lives. It's different from how we would see our own friendships. So I think that it gives us another perspective into how we should view men as not just all strong beings every time, but as also people that also need warmth and love and a bit of affection in society.
Coming up next, Yaga Africa presents Art for Democracy exhibition to commemorate the International Day of Democracy, featuring exhibitions of paintings, drawings, spoken word poetry, dance, and lots more. Let's go there.
My painting is titled God's Eyes. God's Eyes is taking an omnipresent view at democracy of Nigeria over the past 25 years. So it's looking at the two sides to human interaction on how they participate and view democracy. So this is also looking at how different sets of people across continuum of their time, both the young age, the middle age and the old, their participation in civic duties and political processes. So based on my painting, there's the young, the middle age and the old. So based on those age timelines, it displays their participation in political processes. So on this side, we have the persons who are particularly politically apathetic. So they are rage, the young person is angry, is raging towards political processes, but does not act upon it. While on the other side, the young-led population is raging and is discontent with political situation, but it acts upon it by voting, which is my thumbprint here in green, to show that they are discontent with political processes, but they are also active in participating in government processes to ensure that there's meaningful change. So as time goes on, there's the middle age. So based on the middle age, they are both shocked at what is happening, and then there's the old age. So on this side, because of their disinterest towards political participation, there's no meaningful change, which explains their facial expressions. While on the other side, who have participated in political processes despite their age, there's meaningful change, there's positive change, which explains the facial expression at old age. So, and then basically the heart at the middle of the tree represents the pulsating heartbeat of Nigeria's democracy over the past 25 years. So it shows that it's all connected via roots, and democracy was not handed to us on a platter of gold. So it shows the rocky surface in which democracy stemmed out from old times. So this basically is just the tree of democracy displaying Nigeria's pulsating heartbeat, and then that there's hope, because at the atmosphere above you can see little touches of green. So it shows that despite the fact that the tree is barren, there's no leaves, but it shows that the heart is still beating and there's hope for a better future because of meaningful participation in politics.
This art exhibition, it's a democracy art exhibition where creatives have produced pieces that help us reimagine democracy through art. We're celebrating the International Day of Democracy, and this is hosted by YIGA Africa with support from the Open Society Foundation. And creative artists are using art, to tell the story about democracy, to also help us reimagine democracy, but more importantly, demonstrate that democracy can work, democracy can deliver if citizens are active and if political leaders perform the role for which they are voted into office. What is key is we can make democracy deliver to the people. And it can deliver to us if we use our voice, if we don't get intimidated by all forms of repression that we experience on a daily basis, and that the problem is not democracy, it's how we run democracy and how we practice democracy in this part of the world. And so democracy still remains the best form of government, but it needs to deliver. And this is why citizens need to hold their leaders to account using different forms of political participation to get the desired results that they want out of the democratic process.
I have been into art for 7 years plus now, and I really enjoy painting. I started with drawing and it grew gradually into paintings. This piece in particular is called Colors of Democracy, a perspective unveiled of equality and rights. So I used this lady, a Northerners, because I believe the Northerners are the majority that fail to understand and keep their rights, know their rights. So this is passing the message across to the Northerners to know their rights so it can work for them when it comes to democracy. Because democracy without your rights is almost basically nothing. I wrote the rights by the right side, and then I left a void for the owner of the piece to write his own rights that stands in for him as well.
Welcome back. It's time to go. But before I leave, let me quickly say this. The world always seems brighter when you've not made something that someone has created before. So what are you waiting for? Go create that great masterpiece, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.